This week, you might be getting ready to celebrate National Ding-a-Ling Day or breaking out your ugly Christmas sweater for the big party. Whichever it is, we're here to help you get going by starting this week's Explore Tulsa with a very colorful artist.
Then a group of twisted soccer moms.
Followed by man's best friend's best friend.
Plus a place to Java.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We are so happy to see you back with us for this week's Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, is there really a National Ding-a-Ling Day?
Yep, every December 12th. In order to relieve a little holiday stress, people are encouraged to let their crazy bell ring a little by doing something a little bizarre or wacko in order to get a laugh or two.
Sounds like something you'd make up just to play a trick on me.
No, it's a holiday best celebrated by those with a lot of charisma and character, just like our first guest, Jay Amelia.
Jay is definitely a one-of-a-kind personality with a flair for the extravagant that comes out in his art.
I was loaned a gift is what I was. I was loaned a gift, you know, and then I worked my butt off. My mother, she was very talented, but she never got the opportunity. She was from a little town in Ohio. She made a comment way back when she saw some of the stuff I was doing, and with this art teacher that she found for me, and I brought my first oil painting home. And she looked at that and she says, "We've got another Woody." And that was my Uncle Woody, my mother's youngest brother. He went to art school, became extremely successful. Well, unfortunately, he passed away at 32. That gave me a tremendous incentive, and with my mother, you know, that never got to do it. So that's where, you know, my genes were there. So when I came along, I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and I kept getting in trouble at school because I was drawing on the sides of my paper. And so she encouraged me, and I started studying. She found this teacher here, a wonderful woman, and I started when I was 9 years of age. And I sold my first painting when I was about 13. And I thought, gee whiz, this is, you know, somebody's actually giving me money for this, that I'm having fun doing. Anyway, grew from that, and then service came along, and WW2, and the recruiter said, told my dad, who he knew here in town, he said, "There's a Bureau of Personnel," and I looked it up, and they have an art department, a qualification for artists. And he said, "You get Jay to put some of his work together. We're going to submit this stuff and see what happens." Well, and about 3 weeks later, I get this call that say, "You're going to New York." And there's Navy Art Department on 63rd and Broadway. So that's what I did during the Second World War. To do some of the work I was doing, I had to be cleared for top secret. And the FBI investigated it and all that stuff. And so I was assigned to a company or an outfit called the ORI, Office of Research and Invention. And we worked on the first atomic submarine, worked on the first jet seats, ejector seat for jets. And then we did manuals, training manuals. I get to New York to art school, and I see all these kids in there that are just unbelievably good from all over the country. And I said, what in the world am I doing up here with all this? I said, well, then I thought, okay, I'll just work twice as hard as them, you know? And I'll, you know, maybe I said, I have an average talent, but a whole lot of desire, because it was fun. And and then I found out I could make a living doing this, you know? And I set up a studio here back in 49 and started freelancing. I used to do renderings for architects, which was a fun deal. And for interior designers, I'd do pictures of, interior rooms and so forth. So, and then I started doing ads for, companies. I did a couple of some annual reports, did stuff for Oil and Gas Journal. I used to do their covers way back. I did quite a few covers for them. I've done U.S. Open 1980 in Baltusrol New Jersey, because I've always done a lot of sports stuff. I've been on sidelines I used to be a stringer for ABC for about 30 years off and on. And OU Texas, a lot of the Super Bowl. One of the first big ones here in town was in the lobby of the Mid-Continent building that I did called the Roughnecks. And there's just a sculpture, first big sculpture that I got commissioned to do. Then I did the ballerina down on the Williams Green. That was 9 feet tall. And then my biggest piece is over in Oklahoma City. It's the All War Memorial. 90% of my time is on commission work. Somebody said, well, don't you have to be inspired? I said, oh yeah. I'd come downstairs in the morning, used to have a desk in the living room with a stack of bills on it. I'd go into the kitchen, and these 5 mouths, going, feed me, feed me. I said, I couldn't get across the driveway quick enough. The enthusiasm was just oozing out of me, because I got to go get to work, baby, I was blessed and lucky as all get out, that I get to do this and people pay me for it.
That Jay is quite the character, and I really love his art, but I especially enjoyed listening to his World War II stories.
To see more of Jay's work, buy his book, or learn more about the famous artist for yourself, visit jayomelia.com.
In this week's Explore Tulsa, we find art of many different kinds.
That's right, Stevie. And next up, we find it in women's fashion and jewelry.
That's great and all, but it's the name of our next stop that really scares me a little.
Twisted Soul Sisters? Come on, Stevie. You mean to tell me you're scared of a few Bixby soccer moms?
Well, yeah, when you get twisted ones all together in one place, I am.
Don't worry. Kelly and her girls will be gentle when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
John Erling with Voices of Oklahoma. Our great state has been home to countless individuals whose place in history has been earned through each of their many accomplishments. Voices of Oklahoma's mission is to preserve their story in an oral history presentation like none other. Accounts direct from famous Oklahomans, political figures, and many others who have left their indelible mark on the development, history, and future of Oklahoma. So please, treat yourself by listening to those who are the voices of Oklahoma.
I want to get a new TV. There's like 1,000 different brands, all with different features. I wish I could make sense of it all. What do you think is best?
You should go to Video Revolution. Their experts will tell you everything you need to know. They carry the latest LED and 4K TVs and will even install it and set it up for you too.
She's right. You wouldn't talk to anyone but your dentist about your bicuspid. So when it comes to home entertainment, only trust the experts at Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hello, it's nice to see that you decided to include Explore Tulsa as you wrap those holiday gifts.
I bet a few of those gifts came from Twisted Soul Sisters in Bixby.
Kelly, Corey, and her crew have the cutest outfits and fabulous boots.
I like all the signs with the silly sayings, like the one that says, "Life has no remote. Get up and change it yourself."
Ooh, words to live by. But the real story here is having another great place to shop.
We're not sisters, we're soul sisters, and we're a little twisted. I worked in retail for over 20 years, left retail in 2008, and my best friend and I would go to market with my sister that owns a store in Texas, and we would laugh when we'd come back with all of our goodies that we could open a store. We started out doing trunk shows and home shows and just kind of getting our name out there, and that got old after a couple of years of tearing up, setting up, tearing down. And we opened our first store at Persimmon Hollow, and that's been 4 years ago. Was at Persimmon Hollow for like 9 months. And then we went to we came into Bixby because we live in Bixby, and that's where we wanted to be. It's great that people can shop and not have to drive into Tulsa. We get obviously a lot of Bixby people. It was a coffee shop, believe it or not. And before that, I think it was a paint store. It's been several things, along the way. But it took a good 2 months of just coming in and tearing down walls and repainting and getting it twisted up the way that we needed it to be. We enjoy coming to work every day, which not everybody gets, to say that. And all the girls that work for me, we're all friends, and so we're all soul sisters here. Most of my girls are Bigsby moms that, you know, have children and want a part-time job and want to have fun at work, and, you know, they can come and just work, you know, part-time and not have a lot of, you know, stress or a strain on them, because this is just, you know, part-time work for them. I think customers that come in come to be a part of that. You know, we have great stuff that we sell, but I think it's just the atmosphere and that experience that we give. I think we're all fun. That's a priority here, that you can't come in and be a part of the team unless you're just a lot of fun. And I think we all kind of mesh together because we're all kind of good at different things. There's only a couple of us that actually make the jewelry, and then I have stellar sellers that are just, they have fun dressing women and seeing women feel good about themselves. So we just have a really good balance of team. We're kind of, you know, along the lines of girl power and being tough, that kind of thing. We like to be known for that as well. We have a lot of pistol packing mamas that shop with us, and a lot of people that, you know, have ranches and horses and just, you know, right up their alley as well. We custom make our jewelry here. We would be pickers at the beginning of our journey of making the store look as crazy and twisted as possible. We would go to garage sales, we would go to flea markets, we would go to estate sales and try to find all the fun, unique things. And with doing that, we would find some beautiful antique jewelry. And, you know, old cluster earrings, clip-ons that you would never wear. Beautiful though, we started repurposing into beautiful necklaces and bracelets, and that's kind of what we're known for. We have a huge selection of boots, biggest boot selection of Old Gringo in Oklahoma, leading up into the holidays. Old Gringo are top of the line. You know, you'll wear them till you have to have the soles put back on them. Definitely something that every woman would like to have in her closet, one pair of Old Gringos. We just came off of Small Business Saturday, and you know, it was such a great day. I had so many customers come up to me and congratulate us and say it just is amazing what, you know, we went to your first little store at Persimmon Hollow and look at you now. And just so proud, you know, and we've got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this place, but it's paid off. And you know, I think even people outside of Tulsa area come to see us because we're that cool destination place that you can't find a lot of cities.
Kelly and her gang really know how to have a good time. Plus, guys, they do free gift wrapping, so we don't have to mess with all that.
Kelly has an online store too at twistedsoulsisters.com, but it's definitely more fun to visit her and her crew in Bixby at 131st and Memorial.
You know, another gift a lot of people give for Christmas is a shiny new puppy.
Santa does like to spread canine joy, but what he should also include is a gift certificate to Spirit Ranch Dog Training.
They do great work with family dogs, and we'll learn all about it just ahead with more Explore Tulsa.
Look at us. We woke up one morning with every song that ever mattered to anyone. So now what? Music's meant to be heard, out loud, where your life happens, where you dance, where you love, and where you live. When everyone has every song ever written, what matters most is how you listen.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
If you love your dog but are looking for a way to teach them how to be a little more house-friendly, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
So true, Stevie. At Spirit Ranch Dog Training, Amy Vaughn has devoted her life to not only training man's best friend, but also finding and training the trainers that teach our dogs how to best behave.
One of those trainers is Jana Turner, and she's going to tell us all about their program. I can't wait to go play with those pups. Can we go now? Can we go now?
I'm going to ask Jana if they have methods that work on co-hosts too.
I've always had a huge passion for dogs, but I never realized how much of a natural passion and talent I had for it. You know, some dogs, it's like they just come to me and they look at me and they get me. So Amy Vaughn started it. She's the owner of it. She's been doing it for I know, close to 20 years now. And she actually started out at PetSmart as a trainer, and she did great there, and she just decided she wanted to open up her own business and give it a shot. It was kind of always a dream for her, and so she gave it a shot and opened up Spirit Ranch. She's always had a huge passion for dogs like me, and she kind of grew up in a rough environment. Dogs were her out. You know, no matter what, they were always there to love her and care for her, and she wants to give that back. Now we have about 5 different dog trainers, and we have about 8 to 10 different in-home dog sitters, where we actually, there's 2 different kinds. You can actually drop your dog off and we take your dog to our house and watch him, or we go and stay at your house and watch them, and we stay the night and everything like that. We do everything you would do with your dog. We go about our own day, but we take care of your dog, feed them, exercise them. If they've been in training, we keep up with their training and things like that. Probably the biggest one was it was actually one of my rescue dogs, and the dog was very bitey, and it is a big issue with kids, and this dog was just crazy at first when they first got it, and it was really coming down to if they really could keep the dog or not, and the kids were absolutely in love with the dog, even though they had a bunch of scars from the dog, and so we just came in and did several in-home privates, and it's all about the owners being consistent as well. So I came in and gave them the instructions we did. We went out in public a lot and worked on greeting people properly. They were able to, they saw a huge difference in the dog, and also along with giving the dog proper exercise. And I also showed different tools that the kids could use to exercise the dog. And so once we came up with tools and exercises like that to practice, the dog was, became a totally different dog. It's all about giving that proper direction, like I said. So some people come here because they want to get their canine good citizenship, get their dog certified as a therapy or service dog. Service dogs are becoming a lot more popular now. There's a huge need for it. Kids that are autistic can be really helpful in just everyday things. Vets, there's a lot of vets out there that are wanting their own service dog that have PTSD. That's been really helpful. We've seen a lot of benefits in that. Probably most people that come here just want basic obedience. We have puppy class, beginner class, and we also have intermediate, and then we have advanced, and the advanced class is where you get your CGC. And we also have a fun class. It's called Click a Trick. It's where your dog learns a bunch of fun different tricks, like stick 'em up, play dead, say your prayers, army crawl, things like that. Just a fun class people are wanting to take. Believe it or not, lay down is probably one of the hardest commands, and it's because it's such a submissive position, because if you think about it, we're standing, hovering over them, telling them to lay all the way down to the floor, and we're still standing over them. It's very intimidating for some dogs. There's a lot of situations where it's been extremely rewarding. We've had a lot of fearful dogs come in that have had abusive past, and it's cool to see them really come out of their shell and become confident and playful. Dogs are so cool and they're so smart, and we don't give them enough credit, and so it's really cool to be able to work with dogs and kind of get that out of them and show their owner. They're just like, oh my God, this dog is so smart. I'm like, I told you, dogs are very smart. You got to give them a chance. But yeah, it's great. It's a really cool experience.
Throughout my life, I've had many dogs, and having one that is well trained like my daughter's dog Juno was makes loving and caring for your pets so much easier.
To learn more about how to get your best friend trained by Jenna or one of the other dog experts at Spirit Ranch, visit TulsaK-9training.com to learn more.
I don't know how Jenna does it. Gets the energy to work with all those dogs all day long.
Oh, it's called Espresso, Stevie. The more, the better.
I know a great little place in Broken Arrow that not only serves some of the best Italian espresso around, but they also contribute a good portion of their profits to charities.
Ooh, I could use a great cup of joe. So come along as we stop in at Romeo's Espresso. Next, when Explore Tulsa continues.
Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got 2 great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our 2 locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the #1 reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Hi, I'm Neil Hartman with Affordable Outdoor Kitchens, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hey, there you are. Thanks for hanging out with us for more Explore Tulsa. Trish, you know what they call sad coffee?
No, what?
Espresso.
Oh, gosh.
Get it?
Thank goodness. You won't find any of that at Romeo's Espresso in Broken Arrow.
Nope. You'll find the best Italian blend, and you get to leave with a great feeling of knowing that you helped a good cause.
Since we're pretty much the only local coffee shop in all of Broken Arrow, a lot of people come here and they get to know all the baristas. They come in saying, I want Emmy to make my drink today, or here's Sarah, I want Sarah to make my drink. They know everyone by name, which is like the exact culture that we wanted, is to be very local, and people feel like they come someplace that's like their home, it's their second home. People will come and bring their computers and stay for a couple hours sometimes and hang out with us, and we love that. John and I each have our own businesses, so we wanted to make an all profits to charity business, and we both love coffee and love the culture behind it. So we both love the idea. It started through that. What we want to do is have like a sustainable business where we provide like good jobs for our employees, and but also give to the community, and then like outside of that too. My husband works with a small orphanage in Uganda, so we want to do that, but also couple it with local charities as well. The orphanage is very small, and over there they don't provide like a lot of education, so they're providing education for the kids and food. But also, he went over there just to do some building for them, and he had taken a couple of the little kids to the market and let them buy whatever they wanted. And the little girl bought cookies, and he said that night she fell asleep with them because she'd never had a cookie before. Like there really is a lot of need over there, things that we just take for granted here. We've been open about 2.5 years, and it's after we were open about 1.5 years, I think people really started like knowing us and feeling really comfortable here. So I think we had to be open long enough to really get the word out. But now it's just like full of regulars in here, full of people that love coming, and we sometimes will introduce our customers to each other, so they kind of know each other too. It's really cool. Our particular espresso is done on the same ratios as they do in Italy. So it's like a European style. So everyone kind of, even if they've had training other places, we want ours done just a certain way. So we're looking for people that are like talented, obviously artists also, good at making some old coffee art, but can follow our exact, like the things that we love about coffee. And we have a special roaster make all of our espresso especially for us. They don't make for anybody else, so we have our own kind also. We make all of our baked goods fresh, so we have the most amazing muffins, but we also have like homemade soups we make from scratch, and sandwiches. The chicken salad croissant is one of my favorites. And also so our specialty coffee drinks and soups and salads, and our breakfast, we have breakfast croissants and things like that. It's a lot. Sarah runs this for us really completely. She takes care of everybody, and she's really in charge of this, because both John and I work other places full-time. So we just stop in the mornings and check in. So whenever I get to be here, it's really a lot of fun, because it's not as often as I'd like for it to be. such an absolute like joy to come in and see people be happy to be here, or walk in and they'll, you know, tell this is the best espresso I've ever had, or, you know, I love coming here. And like to have like a relationship between some of the employees and some of the customers, and I love it. I love coming in here every second that I'm here. It's definitely a joy.
Faith and her husband John have to hit that espresso pretty hard to keep going like they do. 3 businesses and all the charity work they help with too.
To enjoy their special blend for yourself, visit romeosespresso.com to learn more and take a peek at their menu.
Trish, you know the Beatles had a song about coffee.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. Latte B, pour me some more coffee, latte B.
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
For over 33 years, Video Revolution has been Tulsa's headquarters for all the best name brands of cutting-edge electronics. The experts at Video Revolution can put it all together for that ultimate home theater experience. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis for Tulsa's best team of qualified sales, service, and installation technicians.
Hi, I'm Dick Bendel.
I'm Chris Bendel.
And I'm David Bendel.
And we're with La Maison.
And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Be sure and join us next week when we satisfy your sweet tooth by stopping in at Not Your Grandma's Cupcakes and meet Sheila Holzman.
Special thanks to painter and sculptor Jay O'Melia for sharing his great works of art with us.
Thanks too to Kelly Corey and her crew at Twisted Soul Sisters for making shopping so much fun for Trish. And thanks to Jenna Turner for showing us around Spirit Ranch dog training and taking care of our furry little friends.
Also thanks to Faith and her husband John at Romeo's Espresso. All I can say is keep them coming.
Remember, if you missed any of the show, you can always catch us at ExploreTulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook and share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the 2-pair deal starting at just $99 with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.